Hey guys, welcome back to TCG Critique. So today I have a different branded mat outside of Pyramid, and this is called a Yggdrasil mat, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And this is the Verbana Chinese New Year leftover mat. And we're not really going to talk about oaken pelt today, which is what we have on this side. We're just using it as a comparison because apparently these two are being compared. So I just want to show you that this is what we are going to compare it to today. All right, I'm gonna put this to the side. So our main focus today is this Yggdrasil mat. And first impressions of the mat, it's very thin and the color looks really nice. I definitely have to say the color and the inking looks very nice. I like thin mats in general, but this one I think might be a little too thin for my liking. And I'll show you why. See that? It's very hard to play in a one player. I can't. It's hard. See, you guys can see when I'm trying to slide, it's like gives this kind of like movement right here, and that basically makes it so I can't really play it in two-player mode. I think I said one-player mode, but I meant two-player mode, right? And just to compare it to oaken pelt, I'll show you guys right here. See, it doesn't have that crumbly effect that we have for the Verbana. Okay, put this back over here. And back to this, you see the texture. It has a nice, very specific, defined texture. When I'm rubbing back and forth, I can actually feel the ridges. If you like it, you like it, but if you don't like feeling texture, this might be a little bit of a problem. So this is in two-player. I'll put it into one-player. I also don't really like how this setup, like the art kind of feels like it should have been the other way around. But I understand that because this ink, if you look at this ink, I don't know if you can tell, but it is raised. So sleeves will catch on the ink, okay? See? So you can see that, Matt, see that? So it can catch on the ink, so I understand that you have to kind of play it this way. I'm just gonna fan it out again. So you can see that it's better for sure in one player mode. Doesn't move as much, which is good because that's usually what people play anyways. So now I'm gonna show you guys in one player thirds. Yeah, so you can see that it's definitely better than the two player for sure. But it still has like this this thin mat movement, and it's not just this mat, right? A lot of mats that are thin is gonna kind of do this, but I definitely notice it a little bit more in this mat. To show you how thin this mat is, it's like very thin. It almost looks like paper on this camera based on what I'm seeing right here, because there's no backing. Okay, so a lot of mats without backing, you're gonna have some thin problems, right? What I do like about this mat though, it doesn't really hold much creasing. You can kind of grip it whatever which way you want, and when you lay it out, it's kind of nice and flat. I do have to give it that. And then also, I don't think I talked about texture yet, but this mat is soft. It's on the soft side, but the ridges kind of make it feel rough. They definitely should have made the ridges go horizontally, because vertically you can feel it, and if it was horizontal, I feel like it would have been nicer to play on. And then the cards won't have a chance of catching more. The only things I would personally change is that I don't like where the designs are. I don't like how the ink is raised. I also think you should put a back into this because it makes it more plush and you don't feel the table in the back. I also feel that ridges need to go horizontal so that you don't catch. So those are kind of my feedbacks. And then just to do another comparison right here with oaken pelt, these ridges you can feel more oaken pelt. You see them, but you don't feel them the same way that you feel these. Okay? So you can see it, but you can't really feel it the same way. All right. And so my take for the Yggdrasil mat, price-wise, I think it's pretty awesome for the price, right? You're talking $50. It's like there's not a lot of mats out there that you can get for $50. So price, really good. But my take on it is that I personally don't think I'll really play on it. I obviously have a lot of other mats that I enjoy more. I also feel that card games aren't cheap in the first place. So if you're playing kind of like expensive deck, I just kind of like ball up a little bit on a more expensive mat. You spend on the hobby, you enjoy the hobby. So if price is a problem, it would be this. But if you're looking for quality in terms of nicer designs that ink doesn't interfere, and then it has a backing so it's plusher so you don't feel the table, and then you don't have to deal with this kind of movement, I personally would go for a different mat. But like I said, you can't go wrong for this price. I say that this is a good pickup mat, and I hope the brand goes really far. Good luck on your releases. Like, subscribe, share. Peace, guys.